Guten Tag, welcome back to Schnitzel Sundays. Let's get started. Have you ever wondered what you would taste like if you were a food? I for sure would taste like a schnitzel. What would you taste like? Let me know in the comments. I have been making schnitzels since I was 9 years old. And now I didn't do any of the frying, but I did everything up to this point. So my mom would cut it for me and I did everything up to this point. So making schnitzels is in my blood. I'm going to show you 5 simple steps on how to do it. Step 1 of a perfect schnitzel is the cut. We don't want to cut it too small. I'm going to cut a fairly generous slice. A traditional Wiener Schnitzel uses veal. For that, you will follow all the steps like I'm showing here with the pork. And for a chicken schnitzel, you will just skip step 2. For step 2, we need a mallet and we need plastic wrap. However, the plastic wrap is optional. I just like it because then it doesn't splat everywhere. The reason we're doing this is because for schnitzel we use pretty lean cuts and it can get pretty tough if you don't do this step. So we wanted to get from this about 1 inch all the way down to about 1/4 of an inch. And I like to start in the middle and then work my way out. If you're enjoying this content, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. It lets YouTube know that others should see this too. You want to be careful to not hit with the corner, even though this mallet looks like I have done it already a couple times, but I didn't. So note that I'm using the flat side and not the spiky one. That would really ruin the schnitzel, that you would have holes, so don't use that one, use the flat one. And then you can see this already looks pretty good, but then I have still very thick chunks here, so I keep going. This looks pretty good to me. Let's inspect. That is about what we want. Let's put that aside. Also, most people always think of schnitzels as being very big and thick, but think of when you want to serve it to guests, like you have a big party. You could make this easily, like you could make this to be 2 schnitzels, right? They don't always have to be gigantic. Hot tip. I would recommend you remember which side was up, because you can see it's now sticking to my mallet because I turned it around. But at this point it's too late, so we keep going. Step 3 is seasoning. So for seasoning we only use salt and we use pepper. So let's just get started. Salt and pepper on all sides. Step 4 is our breading station. When I set up my breading station, I like to start with 3 large bowls like you're seeing in front of you. And do you remember from my other video how you start? You will put flour in the left, egg in the middle, and breadcrumbs, plain breadcrumbs, not panko, into the right. As you can see, my channel is still pretty small and this cannot be my daytime job. So during the day, I'm actually an engineer and I work for a medical device company, and I have a special needs child and my husband and I are the only ones truly taking care of her. We do not have family in the state of Minnesota, so it's just the 2 of us, and sometimes we need help. We need help going shopping, we need help with a meal, and that's when we use Dinnerly. Dinnerly shipped this yesterday. It is everything I need for 3 meals, and that is I ordered chicken shawarma, I ordered salad wraps, and I also ordered udon noodles. Dinnerly has so many options. You can select between gluten-free, dairy-free, vegetarian, or even meals that are already ready cooked, or meals that are allowed to take to 45 minutes or 15 or less. So give Dinnerly a try. I have a link in my description down below. They ship all over US, and it's a US based company. Now when breading the schnitzel, we want to make sure we are not pushing anything hard down ever. We let the weight of the schnitzel do its thing. And we don't want any excess flour. Go into the egg. Make sure egg is everywhere. Here we go. Super quick. Well, there was this. And into the breadcrumb. Again, I'm not pushing. I'm really just wanting the weight of the schnitzel to do its thing. For step 5, we're going to use a large pan. In a perfect world, I would use a bunch of ghee, but that is just way too expensive. You're just going ahead with vegetable oil. Lots and lots of oil. You're basically truly frying the schnitzel. It needs to be able to swim. Set the heat to medium. In Celsius, the perfect temperature to fry this is between 165 and 175 degrees Celsius. That is about the 350 Fahrenheit.